back to this. Okay. First thing I want to do is to autosave every every 30 minutes. Yeah, good. Okay. And that is working. Let's do a quick test of my voice just to make sure that it's working. Let's do a quick test of my voice to make sure that it's working. I have to test my voice because I've had it not work on me before. And now I'm paranoid that it's not gonna work. Not work on me before. And now I'm paranoid. Yep, that works. Good. Good. Okay. Let's just edit the settings. Subratchet. Okay, I think that's all working. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Right. Here goes nothing. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Cities Skylines. We are playing in Tay Bay today, and your eyes do not deceive you. We have recovered the city after last episode's little snafu. So basically I've reverted back to a previous save just to recover all of the high-rises. If you don't know what's happening there, then don't worry, you're not missing much. Why was this missing water? Water should be fine. Water should be fine. I wonder if this is working now. No, not operating. I don't understand why you know operate. Maybe we just need to widen this a bit. Oh, that's up. This is down. Let's export our soil. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe it needs to have a flow here. My cat is going crazy. What's up, Ratchet? Sweetheart. It's just YouTube, don't worry. Maybe he's a little bit worried as to why I'm just talking to myself. I'm gonna have to get a new parent and I don't want that, he says. We rescued him, so it's probably more traumatic than I give it credit for. But yeah. Right, okay, so ignoring the fact that that's not operating, hopefully it will eventually. Let's just swap this out. I haven't swapped this for a long time. I think maybe air traffic controller chirper is more fitting, considering the amount of times that we've had to save buildings from various. Why is this on fire? Oh no! What? This game just wants things to go from bad to worse for me. I swear. Like, why? For goodness sakes. We can start to rebuild things, which is, you know, relatively nice. It'd be nice if we didn't have to do this in the first place and we just did it automatically, but hey ho. So we'll need to keep an eye on this as things start to come back. That one's ready for rebuild. Hopefully that will quell the issues. We can hope. Oh. And what we were really focusing on trying to do... Oh yeah, our roads aren't fixed here, are they? There. Hopefully nothing too much is affected by that. I don't think there's anything else really to worry about with this lot. We seem to be losing money again. This seems like a bad recurring dream at this point. Why is that? Maybe we just need to keep things moving a little bit more. Oh, hang on, do we not have a fish one? We do not. We don't have a fish exporter. How could we? I don't necessarily want to go with like a massive warehouse, but maybe if we did just a medium one, and then hopefully we can empty fish. Or just keep it balanced, you know, whatever the game wants really. So that should hopefully start to get to work. What we started on last time, before I was a little bit rudely interrupted by just realizing that we're lacking a load of things, is we were starting to build up our area over here. So I think what we're going to do slightly differently this time is take out the... That is a noise and a half. I'm sorry if you're wearing headphones like I am. That was not very joyful. Yeah, so we're going to probably rebuild it more in line with the motorway and things and take it from there. I think what we'll do is just delete this from the get-go and have that go up higher, because it probably can. So that way then hopefully more stuff can get across. Let's go up and up again. And we're just going to build our... flood defences in as such. So right. Probably don't want tram tracks to begin with, so let's just do a simple road coming out, and it needs to go above the flood defences that we do put in here. Need to make sure these are set up correctly, so can't do that. That side seems to be set up. Don't just have cannot upgrade. Okay, that might be why. It's not possible to do it for whatever reason. So let's just go out like this. So this is more or less what we're going for in this particular episode. Like I said, we may have had an alternate reality last episode, in which we did things slightly differently. And you know what? It woke me up to the possibility of just doing this, so that's what we're going to go with. I wonder whether we could build... No, it looks like... I mean, it looks like we can still build it. Oh, no. Okay, okay. So, if we can, I would love to follow the curve on this. There we go. So now that follows that curve a lot better. We can do a similar thing up here with the motorway coming out and back in. That looks a little bit wonky. Maybe it's just because... No, that's definitely off slightly. Why is it doing that? How strange. Let's try from this angle instead. There we go. That seems to be a little bit better. That should hopefully be high enough for the defences to go underneath, like so. Oh, didn't do it quite. Let's do it out from here. And then what I'll do is I'll use the curve tool. nicer. We'll go out like so. And then I'm going to presume the dam will act as a bit of a flood defense. I'm probably wrong, but that's what we're going to work with. This is where in episode 21 we have a massive tsunami, and I look back at this moment and I'm just like, why the hell did I do that? But yeah, I'm pretty sure that if a flood comes up against a dam, despite the dam being designed to take the water pressure in the opposite direction, it should be fine. I think it should be fine. So, we've now got the motorway coming over into the non-flood protected zone. So, if we can just do that straight on. For some reason it's having a problem with the connection. And then that will allow us to then go in to do whatever we want here. I'm pretty sure we're going to do a fairly similar thing as to last time, so have a number of roundabouts connecting up here, and then probably another way round for the motorway up here, maybe even connecting into this one down here. We never know. So, without further ado, I would like to start proceedings with... I mean, this is a really interesting little bend here.
We all want to be prepared.
So we could probably put this
sure that the people we leave behind
down here quite nicely, where we want the curve, and then that can go into another set of roundabouts and what have you.
Peace of mind for when you rest in peace. For a small money, you can spend your final years knowing that final insurance has everything taken care of.
And then we want
Final
something up this way.
The last insurance you'll ever need.
I don't want something huge, which is often the problem. Everything's always so large.
This comes from Tony.
This
Hello, Miss
case in
Public
point.
Service. I've been a long-time fan of the great music you play.
So I don't want to use
Regarding
that
our
again.
future educational system, I have an idea.
That could be
If our
interesting.
kids start their training at age 4, they will likely reach the sufficient academic level to start their lives as productive citizens by age 20. What do you think? Tony, your proposition is appealing, but
Maybe
I doubt that
we
children
just
can absorb
have...
abstract information any earlier than they already do today. Instead, I suggest we exclude subjects that don't apply to life on Mars, like domestic science, art, and handicrafts. Okay?
That could be decent there. So, what's that one? It's just, Why does it go out to 3? I'm not too sure about this. Hey, it's pretty much the junction that I made over here without realizing it. Kinda. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Annoyingly. So much delete. What about... That's huge. Huge. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love huge infrastructure, but at the same time, for this sort of area, it's kind of overwhelming it, and that's not really what I want. I'm I mean, goodness, we fit a 5-way junction into the same footprint as a 2-way. Where's that one that we use further along here? Because that one's pretty decent. It may not necessarily be the most compact, but it's definitely really good at connecting the two sides and acting as a way that traffic can get to the way they need to go without affecting other traffic in the area. So we'll go with that. Over here we've got the motorways here that we just need to connect in, like so, and then up here. There we go. So we've got this first section down. We'll have probably a nice roundabout here, which things can come off from. And then we will continue this motorway down. One thing that we need to keep in mind is the connections. So this one is pretty darn decent. I quite like it, so I think we'll go with this one. I'm going to put one there. In the last episode we put one up here. I think I might even put one further along as well, so around here. I think that'll be a nice mixture of the three. So that's all within sort of a decent bus journey between them. So hopefully they'll act as really good connections between these areas, and we can hopefully connect up the trains to be really quite quick through that area. So if we just try with a train to go over the top here. Yeah, that'll do. Over the top here. Maybe we could go underneath. Yep. And then that's the two areas. So this one will be coming out this point. Decent curve there. And then over here we've got this one, so if we go out from here to get to a point, and then over on this side if we do a little bit of a curve, I may be able to follow this quite nicely. We should be able to plug this in here. It needs to go tighter actually. if we come out and just follow this other curve that we've got here, we can probably take this connect in there. This way it follows the flood barrier that we put in here so that we don't effectively lose that much space at all. This might be a little bit of a tricky bit to connect in, so I'll do what I can here. It might even be good to sort of go out and then come back. Possibly if we did something like this. Let's use the curve tool instead. That doesn't like it, it's too much. So if we try it out straight, then maybe, can we go underneath there? No. What we could do, if we bring this one out up to here. Oh, really? It's like directly underneath. Can hopefully come further down in a controlled fashion. Which should then look pretty decent going into this one, I feel. Oh, that's not as far down as I thought it was. No, we don't want straight, we want curvy. Let's try this once more. That's more like it. There we go. It's a little bit of a weird and wacky contraption. And to be honest with you, we could just move this down to this point and remove the need for that. I might actually do that. It's a little bit better than this. So if we do... Oh, slope too steep. Is there anywhere around here that it will allow it? Maybe what we could do is flatten this out a little bit more, or smooth it. Smooth it will probably do the best job. Oh yeah, that is actually quite a extreme. The landscaping cost is not really going anywhere. Smooth is not doing the job we need it to. Come on, buddy. Slope too steep. If only there was a Control Z, I would totally go back to what we had before. That is a massive pain in the ass. What I think we'll do is... rebuild this annoyingly. We just need to go underneath at this point. That'll do the trick. So, put that back in. We've got this back here. We've got a train line through. We just need to, number one, connect it in somehow to over here. So, did maybe turn off the road guidelines. I literally just want to go out at a 180-degree angle. For whatever reason, it's not allowing that. Maybe instead bring it down this way and go across here. It just looks like there's a little bit of dirt there, but there isn't. Right, okay. So, train line out from here. Turn on road guidelines. What we can do is put in a straight section and then plug that into there. Can go up. Here to go across, maybe it says. And then we need to go up and over. Might even need to potentially go at more of a straight angle over. There we go. We can then come down to this point.
Bring the whole family to At the Old Grain Mill, old-fashioned family restaurant. At the Old Grain Mill always has the best service and the best home-style meals in town. We'll make make sure you always leave at the old grain mill with a smile and a full belly. Now, be sure that you come down to at the old grain mill old-fashioned family restaurant and not the abandoned grain facility at the edge of town. It's not safe for visitors and poses serious risks to anyone who dares enter that old mill. It was forced to close down years ago. We ordered sign uniforms before we learned of the existence of that dangerous old flour mill, so we are not responsible for what happened on that awful night. We just want to focus on making great meals every night at the old grain mill. Old-fashioned family restaurant at the old grain mill, from our family to yours.
And then we can probably connect this in quite nicely. So that's now in. We literally just have to pull out the stops. Pull out the stops. We just have to connect those back in so the lines are coming through. And then let's just make sure that everything over here is rebuilt, because we haven't checked recently. Anything else? This. I think that's enough goods to sell. Hopefully the industry should be fulfilling those, but obviously not quite enough. So if we go back to our tourism area, we need to paint in a district. Which we will do down here. There is so much good in City Skylines 2, and one of them is that polygonal district tool. Right, so I'm going to make sure I have Prospect Heights selected for this one. We do not want for any more issues to happen. So, encourage biking, high-tech housing, maybe VIP area, lightning rods, filtering, boost connections, but I don't want to do that just yet because it's expensive. This is on Prospect Heights still. Smoke detectors, park and recreation. So moderately increases land value around the parks and plazas. Increases the parks and plazas budget. No, maybe we don't want that. Let's do free transport. Actually, it's not. Because we're probably going to have a fair bit of transport and I don't want it to be overly expensive for us. Automated sorting. I think that's everything that we want for this one. So let's just rename it to Tay Bay. Oh yeah. Sweet. So we have our connections up here, which will be for the main train line on the internal route. We just need to name these internal. Internal. I mean, we could always have the external connect into the second connection here, but it might be nice to have some different routes working in. So I'm going to leave that as it is, just there. So that's literally straight after our airport. We're going straight into our tourist area down here, and that should really help with getting people to where they need to go in the city. Let's just fix these up. Ah, yeah, we probably want to move those, but we won't bother with that just yet. So I think what we're going to begin with doing is building this up relatively slowly. So we've got our route in here, and I just want to make sure that the connections are set up correctly. So we want that one to give way, we want that to not turn right, we want that to not turn right, we want that to not turn right, and we want that to not turn right. Then hopefully that should be set up correctly. So if we were to build one of our trusty roundabouts after this, so we go from 140 by 140. I'm just going to turn off road guidelines just in case that affects it. 140, 140. Talking about that 140. And then I want road guidelines back on. We're going to go around with 3-lane motorway. That should ensure that hopefully everything coming out from here or coming into here has a decent few lanes to connect into everything else. So we're going to take our large road here, delete that one out, connect that straight in, then hopefully that hasn't affected it has affected the lanes. There we go. So we've got a decent roundabout here. What I'm thinking is if we had some relatively simpler roads coming through here. So if we had maybe we want tram tracks with bicycle lanes. I feel like that's where it's at really. So we're going to be coming out this way, and it's got bicycle lanes in there, and we're going to come around like so, straight out that way. We're going to do a similar thing going down this route. So if we just take our 6-lane with bike lanes, go out like so, that gives us something to aim for. So then if we were to take our bike lanes through, probably want to aim for here, but I think that's a little bit further on than we need to go to. So I'll aim for there instead. That's a little bit too far. Go to like there. Straight up. I think it's probably better if we keep this straight coming out. And then hopefully what we can do is go... Oh, no, that's actually the wrong road. Whoopsie daisy. There we go. Change that up, and then hopefully we can go into there with a much more pleasing curve. So we're going to be coming down on this side with the tram tracks as well. And I feel like what we potentially could do is have the tram tracks for this upper zone. So like tram around here, and then a monorail that goes down to where the beach is and stuff like that, just to make sure that it sort of changes up a little bit. And in order to do that, we will need to be coming out here as well with our tram tracks, and we need to continue through with our tram tracks, and then we'll probably just take this down a little bit to maybe one of these roads. So we've got the bicycle lanes on either side, and that should speak into the encouraging biking on the route here. So we need to probably connect this up before we get to the beach. There are a couple of areas where it almost looks alright to come down, but I don't necessarily want to do that too prematurely, and we can definitely connect them up in other ways here. So I think that's what we'll do, is we will probably have our tram track come around at 90 degrees and then connect in there, and then we can build out from it. So we've got a nice little route here for the tram to do. One thing that I definitely want to do is just to pull out from these points so that we've got our spokes sort of spoken for, so to speak, so we can build into these from the main roundabout as well. And then what we're going to do is delete out these internal spokes, and we'll have to change this up on the internal one to just be tram tracks, because then the tram can go straight through, doesn't have to worry about the roundabout. And I might even reduce this one down. Maybe something like this, so we don't have the tram tracks going up there, or we don't have 6 lanes going up there, sorry. And then hopefully that will mean that we have a lot of capacity coming through from here, but then not as much sort of going straight on. And it should sort of settle down going through from there. So one thing we could do here is where this is coming out almost perfectly straight. I mean, it says 180 degrees here, but it says it there as well, and that doesn't necessarily look quite right. That almost looks like it's off by a degree or something. Maybe we can connect that up. I'm surprised it's actually connected, almost connected up quite so well. Just from out the gate. So if we continue that through, it'll almost be like we'll build off from it. But then we can basically take this tram route with the bicycle lanes straight down, straight, and we can most probably take this back, do a straight road out from here, and hopefully do a 90 degree, is it? That's it, isn't it? Into there. So that will create quite a nice, interesting little flow going into this point here. So we could probably actually lean into that, coming down this way. So we could probably put like a... I think we checked last time for a lighthouse as a unique asset. I don't think there is a lighthouse as such. I know that there is one somewhere on this, but there we go. This. Like, why can't we use this? That'd be like perfect on this very tip here, but we'll find something else to use there, and it will look fabulous. So what we're going to do is probably build in, take this thing, should build it through here, and then that's the road that we'll be using, so it again has the bicycle lanes so that things can use that. I don't know whether we want it in this internal section, but we could very well just connect up to this. That would be quite a good little connection, actually. We've got our... There we go. We've got our road over where the dam is, so we can use that as another connection through down to different things on this side. So that will be quite good. And of course we've got my favourite, the median for the tram lines, so hopefully we can actually put in some decent connections through here. So if we just start with some tram lines, I don't know where we necessarily want to put the stops, maybe like there, just ever so lightly put them in. So this will be the on the tiering system. We've got obviously like airport. We're gonna have to put in most probably a harbour at some point, somewhere around here. Or maybe we could do it on this side and then have it connected with a train line. That'd be pretty decent. We need to connect in that harbour. So let's just double check when it comes to harbours. We've got that one. Is there any that have like a direct train connection? I don't know.
Italian leather, Italian threading.
Harbour ferry hub? Harbour bus hub? Harbour bus monorail hub? That would be really cool. We could have a direct monorail to one of these. Ferry to bus exchange. And ferry tram. Okay, so there are different options here.
One of all the letters we received today comes
I
from
mean, we could have a ferry going up the river, but I don't really see the point in that too much.
I am delighted to hear that you're working on
We'll have
Mars.
to see
It
how
must
things
be
go there.
fascinating. You will inspire
Right.
your listeners to examine
So
thrilling
what I
realms
think
across
we'll do
space,
is
time, and matter.
have
You are always welcome to a full-time
nice
position on the faculty
road.
here if you ever return
It's
to
a shame
Earth.
that there isn't one of
Take care,
like
my
one of
friend.
these
Love
with the
always.
bus with the
Dear Professor Lincoln,
with the train with the trees
know what
either
to say.
side. My words
please
are
roll the
failing me.
next song.
With the trees either side, and then we could have potentially the bike lanes. But I guess that's too much to ask for. I think we'll just go with this one for this central road through, and then we'll potentially use it as almost like a halfway line between these two areas, have two different sections, and then build out from there. So if we were to build out again, it'd be really nice to have one of these with the bicycle lanes. We could just have like some decent connections through. Maybe we come out from here. I'm in two minds about that. because if we do, then yep, it'll provide us with a decent link to both the roundabout out and also the area down here. But then again, I kind of feel like if we had connections coming off of these roads, it might be able to handle it a little bit better, and we could use that as just like, in fact, we could turn off the zoning for that one altogether, so that it just acts almost like a little cut through to get down to this point from the roundabout. I quite like that idea, actually. I think I'll pattern pen that one. So if we go with like bicycle lanes for the main roads here, it doesn't mean that we can't necessarily use this street as something to follow with the road guidelines. And potentially we should build on the other side of it only, and then hopefully we can sort of create quite an interesting design here where the roads are almost following each other to this point. Right, okay, so if we then come out from here, where are our tram lines actually? Where do our tram lines go to? We've got one here, so if we were building out from this road, it should allow us to make the most of that connection. Annoyingly, I don't really want it to go there. Let's build from there out, and I don't want to go to either of those nodes. I want to go to like where my cursor is right there. So that's a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is sometimes. Maybe if we extend this one out. Like so. I don't necessarily want there to be stuff on this side, so hopefully we can build out that one a little bit better. Let's just plop this into here, hopefully. Maybe we'll have to from here. There we go, that's what we want. Yes, okay. So we'll do the same thing on this side. So we'll go straight down to this point, and then we'll build in. Where's that tram? It's around here somewhere. There's the tram stop. Yep. I mean, we can always move it, so I don't know why I want to check where the tram stop is so much. I don't want it to be so close after that junction as well. So I think we'll go in like such. And then come out from this one into there. Yes, 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 yes. Cool. So we could potentially build something quite interesting here. Maybe like some sort of, let's just put the line going the other way as well before I forget, because I guarantee you I will forget it. There we go. I'm just going to move this one closer to here where the connection is, and then hopefully that will work quite well. We could build like maybe a unique building. Do we have any that are dedicated to like tourism and leisure? We do. We have quite a few. Construction International Airport. Why that doesn't unlock when you build one of these, I don't know. We could do the Fantastic Fountain. What a name. And that fits quite nicely there. So we could have it be like a focal point, and then have stuff around it, potentially. We could also potentially like build in this point. So it would have to be, of course, the other way around. I can't upgrade that. Let's just remove it and put this back in. It's nice to have this option, but it's also a little bit fiddly, I'm not gonna lie. Like, sometimes it really doesn't want to do what you want it to do. Oh, look at that, that fits perfectly. But then, where do we have that come to? We could potentially build that out to here. Or we could have it on this main road here, and then have a path around it. That could work quite well, because we're probably going to have a road coming down this way at some point. But right now, it's not necessarily what we're doing. So I'm tempted to start putting stuff in. What I don't want is for the stuff that we've already put into... There we go. That's not right. Let's turn it off for that bit. Same as over here. So we'll have everything on the internal section. Oh, we've got a road coming down here. Maintenance truck. Huh. Hello, little maintenance truck. You're starting early. Getting all these roads up tip-top shape. How much is this going to cost? 120,000 for a fountain. Phew. Blimey. So let's start placing things down. I don't know why the ploppable space has freaked out quite so much. So I'm just going to build that around there, and then we want the water. Yeah, we do want water to... I feel like this has gone a bit wonky at some point. So maybe from there onwards. Let's just cover that area. So we're starting to build here. We've got water, we don't have electricity just yet. This in here. What we don't have is a tram depot here, which we're going to need in order to build the trams, or use the trams, I should say. We could potentially put them somewhere a little bit closer to this motorway, potentially somewhere which would be a little bit less desirable to build up from. Somehow, these are happy without power. How are these happy without power? They're never happy without power. You know what, I'm just going to put some low density there. I don't understand how they're happy without power. Operating at a reduced rate. Didn't we want a tourism specialization out here as well? So let's pop that on there. And then all of these are going to change out, but that's fine, because hopefully it means that we'll get the right things built out this way. Potentially what we could do is like some bike connections here. So where we've got a look at this. So much pavement. It's horrible. We can put in a bike connection as well. So then hopefully bicycles can go from here to there without any issue. Again, the Fiesta Hotel, the Best Eastern, discount sales, the Tea Biscuits Cafe. Oh, hold on, discount sales is probably on the way out because it doesn't have this tourism specialism. We could just put some of these other ones in, potentially. Oh, look at that. That just works there. Even though this is horrific. Yeah. It's not got water, ironically. Let's build this up. Power-wise, connect up to there. Come on, we just need a little bit of commercial to plop here, and then we'll have a connection for electricity. Everyone will be happy at that point. Here we go. Once that's built, it'll all connect. Happy days. The Hotel Intercontinental. Nice. So, let's just put a connection here. So this is a bicycle connection here, and then path. Gonna turn off all of these. Hopefully we can go through. Similar to the other one. And that will create almost like a bit of a boulevard here. So we've got main road coming through here, and then we've got the obviously main other roads off from it. Feels like there should be a bus stop here. Like, this is the perfect place for a bus stop because it's pretty much where all of these are going to diverge. I'm really tempted to do a bus stop actually, or like do the tram line up here instead. But at the same time, we've already set up the tram routes, so I don't think we're going to do that. I'd really love to build this fantastic Ujima flip. I mean, is there anything that we can afford? The temple complex, that's huge. Ooh, I like this one. It kind of fits the space. What is this one? The Plaza of Transference. This modern plaza ensures smooth transitions into the future. See, I wonder whether there's going to be any sort of transition into Cities Skylines 2 from the saves that we build. I feel like this one fits the space really well. So I'm going to build it. I'm not too sure about all this. Let's try and smooth that out a little bit. I feel like our smoothing is not working. It might get sorted once things build there. But that kind of fits quite well. I'm quite happy with that. Let's just remove the stuff right next to it. That's a weird noise. Does it create noise pollution? Yeah, 100. Maybe this was a really bad thing to put here, but I don't care. It looks pretty cool. Yes, Octa Hotel. Yes. Because this is actually a hexagon, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, hexagon. So Octa Hotel was just a little bit off. How come the small commercial is almost as big as the big commercial? So the low density stuff is almost the exact same size as the high density stuff. What's that all about? What's going on there? What is happening? I'm not too sure. Right, we do need to get power up here, but at the same time, I feel like it will get built in at some point anyway. Also, it's a really awkward place. I don't necessarily want to put power here. I guess we won't necessarily use the metro lines, so we potentially could put a connection here, but I feel like it'll grow with time, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. This has amazing problems. Well, not amazing, but a multitude of problems. Dead person, crime, and garbage issues. That's pretty crazy. Ah, 100%, 0, 0, 0, 0, 90%, 100%, 0%. It really gives me anxiety how these are landing right while this is still taxiing off. It's like, please, don't cause an incident. Hopefully this will be getting stuff come to it at some point. There we go. But also of the police variety. Maybe. Maybe we need to put a police station down here just to deal with it. There. Put one right there. See how that goes. At least it'll deal with one of the problems. And then we can put in the other put in the other things that will sort things out. So that will then at least clear these problems. Operating at reduced rate, yeah, that should improve it a bit more. Over here we can start to look at where we're going to be building going forward. So, I feel like we'll do a similar thing to what we've done before. The tram route's there, which is probably fine, like we can just build out from here, and then, oof, I did not mean to do that as such. Build that into there. And then we need the other one to build down here. Yes, and up here. Yes. Excellent. Let's upgrade that little snippet of road. Oh. Whatever. Have it on both sides, it doesn't really matter at this point because you've got a path on the other side. Can't do much with that. So if we do something similar here, yeah, we're gonna have to build out from this one. Straight down there. And then hopefully we can put these back in. Maybe even oh. What? What is going on with this zoning tool? There we go. Wacky. We can start to build commercial in this spot as well. I really don't want them there. Thank you. And I wonder if there's one that we could... Ooh, wow, that's big. Does this have noise pollution? Noise, but it also has entertainment. The only clock you will ever need. I mean, we could put it on this side. There's already noise pollution around here, so oh well. Or we could put it maybe towards the road where there's gonna be noise pollution anyway. So we potentially could build out from here. Maybe something like... build out there. Oh, it could probably go a little bit further actually. Nope, that's a bit too far. I feel like where it's already close to the... I reckon this is counting down to City Skylines 2. It's amazing they can count down without power as well. That's just impressive. So if we just make sure this is set up the way it needs to be. Make sure that each lane has its own turning. Each junction has its own lane, rather. So then we can hopefully have some more use of this. Because the first one would be for this, which nothing's really going to use now that it probably knows that. The second one's going to be for this one, and then the third one's going to be for that one onwards. So we'll see how that works. Hopefully somewhat well. Possibly once all this traffic has started to filter through, because this is probably the initial traffic that comes in. It's been built up. We could probably go like over or under. Let's try over. At this point, and then if we just break that road and did a decent curve in, one that doesn't do all this, maybe we need to take it from further back. Maybe we just need it to work, which is going to be unfortunately harder than it sounds. We should be able to build through here. Yes, cool. So we can build a road through there, potentially have some sort of connection through to that point. We do need this to work, but it just doesn't really want to. What we could do is have like a one-way system around here. That could be quite nice. It's probably best if we did do that. So that would then mean that traffic that wants to come into this area needs to come off there, and it comes on there to go out if it wants to do that. I love it that this clock is still... What's the S? Is it Cities Skylines 2? It must be. Let's see. What's 95 days from now? 23rd of October. Yeah, that must be the Cities Skylines countdown, which is a pretty cool little Easter egg, and nice that they worked it into this game. Although I don't know what it's going to do after working its way down to 0. We'll just have to find out, and I will totally be right there with you, finding out as we go. Genuinely cannot wait. So if we build this road out here, that could be a pretty decent connection through. Then we can build a road up there. We can probably put something else here as well, not just a massive clock dedicated to City Skylines 2. Probably also other interesting landmarks, or potentially just a park. A park could work quite well because it should act as a good connection to these different spots. So if we were to put in, say, a path up here and a path into this, he says, there we go, then hopefully it will allow people to get to where they need to go. We could also do a path along here, and then that just creates quite an interesting little segmented sort of section of the road. What we could even do is put in some of the main facilities here, so like healthcare, fire service, stuff like that. Because that way they have a really good link out to the rest of the area. They have good links out this way and good links out that way. I quite like that idea, actually. I think I'll be doing that. Maybe not the health service because it's such a massive footprint. But definitely police and fire here will be good. That'll be pretty decent. It'd be probably a good idea to have some sort of bicycle lanes here.
The Brontosaurus. For millennia, these gentle and graceful giants roamed the earth, grazing
4-lane with
lush
bicycle lanes,
vegetation of the
4-lane with
time.
decorative grass
Their
bicycle
mere
lanes,
existence transformed the
4-lane with
landscape
trees.
and made a lasting impact
I feel
on
like
our
the
world.
4-lane
That legacy
with
Diamond
median
Oil
would be good
is
here,
proud
just
to
because
continue by using their
it literally
eons-old
just goes
dead bone
underneath
group to
the
fuel your
motorway.
5-door wagon,
Excuse me, I've got the hiccups.
making it the oldest form of
It's
recycling
not
there
necessarily
is.
going to
Dino oil. Embrace the power of bones.
it's not necessarily going to be somewhere where we want necessarily people to be amazed. So down here we've got a lot of trees to make it look nice and what have you, but we possibly don't want that going under a motorway, so we'll keep it like that.
Our theaters feature noise-absorbing fabric, guaranteeing the only thing you hear is the movie. That high-pitched shuttle drone is normal. It's the sound your ears hear when there's nothing for your ears to hear here. So come on down and enjoy the movies where everyone's a star.
Again, we need that 4-lane with bicycles
This
here.
is Mars official radio with another letter from one of our listeners. Hey there, Penna. What's up? You are so cool.
Oh,
Almost as cool as the music you play. Just kidding. Would you like to meet up sometime? Maybe have a glass of wine and a joke. I feel that we could talk for for hours and hours and hours. What do you say?
there we go.
You know how to reach me. It is soon Friday again. You know, date night, Mark. Ha. Oh, well, it's time for another song.
I feel like having a low density cargo, commercial on the outside is a really nice way of connecting these in and ensuring that hopefully not too many of these areas need too much power. I do hate how you just can't really trust. There we go again. Which side of this? It's going to actually build on. There we go. That seems to be right. So there. Putting some commercial around the outside, some low commercial that is, some higher commercial on the inside. That should be pretty decent. What is Plaza of the Future? Does it have noise pollution? No, it doesn't. So it can go pretty much wherever and it should be fine. Let's just build that in there. Build a connection there, so then we've got power to this, hopefully. Yes, power. So we just need a tram depot, don't we? Where can we put that? Maybe here. Maybe if we built this road a little bit further along. Space is already occupied. Is it? I don't feel like it is. Put that there. And then hopefully we can start to get some trams out to this one. Put some connections in there. Allow these trams to do what they do. And that should start to move through people from there. So what we can potentially do is move our train line down there also. So if we just drag this down to that point, we can then add a stop here, stop on the other line. We need to move all of these down. So I'm just going to turn off the red line so that we can see what we're doing. Let's move this one down to there and have stops again. We can then turn that one off. Drag the blue line down to here. Put in some added stops. And then that's all those lines that go to that point. So happy days, that's all sorted. Now hopefully we should start to see some passengers come down to this point. So we've got trams connecting into here. And then those are working their way through this area. So just to double check. Yeah, they're giving way here. That's fine. Oh, that's not fine. So I don't want people turning left there. Or there, actually. No, you're correct, because it's a one-way. And then what we can do is bring this out to here. Let's just upgrade that for that bit. Okay, cool. So I feel like this has been a really good first step in connecting up everything to our tourism area. Something that I quite like to do is connect in the metro here. But to do that, I would like to have some more steps for it. So potentially upgrade this one to a... Let's just double check what one it is. Multi-level. Is this train? Yeah, metro. Multi-level metro hub. Am I looking at the wrong one? I'm looking at the wrong one, aren't I? This one? No. This one with a dual. So that way we have a pretty good connection from this central point to out here. And let's just double check. We did rebuild all of these, didn't we? Yeah, it looks like that. We got these ones which are still ready for rebuild. Just move these out so that they can be rebuilt. And it shouldn't affect things too much. But yeah, I feel like we've done some really good first steps here with building in the city's tourism section. So I think that should be quite nice. Hopefully it will thrive and become quite a decent connection here. Ooh, actually, someone's just said earlier, E-Dude, lighthouse is under landscaping. Is it actually? Lighthouse. Lighthouse. No, there doesn't seem to be a lighthouse. Unless I'm looking in the wrong area. Be landscaping tours, would it? Content created, trees, vegetation, rocks, walls and fences. No, I don't think we have it. Nope. It's definitely not one of these. Tempting though. But yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have lighthouse to to put in. Maybe it's under one of the other like menus. I'll have to try and look into that maybe. It might be under one that I'm missing, but I can't find it here. But yeah, thank you again for watching. Let me know what you think with your thumbs. If your thumbs don't cut it and you'd like to let me know something else, then let me know with a comment. And until next time, have a good one.